In Newcastle, we have been aware of predatory men in the nighttime economy, and we have also suffered a particularly horrible rape of a young woman who was evicted from a club because she was very drunk. She'd got a bottle of vodka in her handbag. She was 17 years old. She passed out in the toilets, and her friend tried to get her up but couldn't, and very sensibly, while she went to get the other two friends, took her handbag from her, so it was safe. She was completely out cold, went to fetch the others, but in the meantime, one of the door staff was told that this woman had collapsed in the toilets, and he picked her up and he put her out. Now, I think that guy would think he did more than he was obliged to do, because he tried to get into a taxi to get her home, but taxis wouldn't take her. Another guy crossing the squares as the doorman was trying to help this young woman, and I've seen the CCTV, she was falling all over the place. Another guy came to assist. No taxi would take her after the first couple of requests. The guy had to get back, he felt, to the four corners of his nightclub, and so he left her with the man who'd offered to help, who was the rapist. And so were the next two men to whom she was passed on. So this was a horrible story, and it is triggered against the background of work that the police were already doing about predatory men, a programme of training for door staff, which was taken on very readily in Newcastle after this event. And because a lot of door staff said they had seen incidents in the street of this kind, or ones that were dangerous, and they hadn't known what to do, because they are paid to protect the four corners of what they're paid to protect and not to go further. And indeed, they would say in some places, the police don't want door staff going out on the pavement. They say, this is our territory, you get back where you belong. And so they were pleased to get training which pointed to a duty of care on people outside the four corners of the premises, and taught them, you know, the absolute common sense. If a young woman is in a state, as I just described this one, don't put her out. Put her somewhere in your premises safely for a time and call for some help. We have street plasters, we have a booze bus, which is the ambulance run, which will help people who are brought to it. They will come out, the police will come if necessary as well. So just keep her somewhere safe. And I'm saying her because that's what triggered it, but also of course young men are preyed upon, and not only for sex but also for their wallets and for the mobile phones, and so they need some protection within limits too. And also, don't, when you're refusing someone admission because they're drunk, turn them away. If you can persuade them to take a seat inside, then again look after them similarly. The door staff took this on very readily, so readily, I tell you this, really blew my mind. They asked, could they have a badge to wear on the door, so to say that they'd done this course. And what's brilliant is that was taken on so well. I went to the Home Office with it, and I spoke to Theresa May, and she has encouraged it, and the Security Industry Association last week took it on. It will become a compulsory part of all door staff training now, and all refreshers. So within, you know, a year, they think, so they started already, every member of every door staff will not be licensed to be a door person unless they've taken this training.